Hi guys, welcome. There are so many of you guys already. There's already 14 people in here. I hope y'all have all had good days. Got Carla and Wendy and Susan and Linda. Hi. Welcome to the other side of the craft room that none of y'all ever get to see. Things like my paper trimmer and stuff in frame there. Hey, Karen. Well, Margaret, I hope you have a good night. Oh my goodness, you guys. Hey, Beth. Hey, Karen. Hey, Mary. I hope it's a well-behaved dog, Susan. Hey, Pam. Hey, Jennifer. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. Thank you, Margaret. So I sent my husband the list of if certain things get said. Hey, Cindy. Love your watermelon. Hey, Leah. So I sent him the list of phrases that if they're said in the course of the chat here or words or things like that, tomorrow after I have a chance to go through. Hey, Judy. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Jane. But yeah, so if any of those words or phrases are said, there's a list of 8. There are 5 giveaways. Everything is bought 100% out of pocket. Nobody's giving me things to do giveaways or anything like that. So there are 5 standard prizes that'll be given away. I came up with 8 phrases. So if something doesn't get said over the course of the night, then we can move on to the next phrase, so on and so forth. Hey, Becky. Hey, Deb. Thank you. Oh my God, you guys. Hey, Melissa. There's also 3 phrases or words or things that could trigger a big grand prize. So it'll be something more akin to my 500 subscriber giveaway package, that big old 13-pound that I gave away for that. So there are those. If nobody says the phrases, there just won't be a grand prize winner or anything like that. But I didn't want to spend the whole night glued to the comments just trying to see the little individual words, hunting down phrases. So I'll go through this either tonight or tomorrow morning and see where it's at, and then I'll do a video, posting who won and making sure y'all get me your mailing addresses and things like that. So I'm very excited. Oh, goodness sakes. No, I'm live now. Sorry, I don't know how to turn off the notifications on my computer because Windows tries to do the think free thing. So I'm trying to get that. I haven't logged into this computer. Oh, thank you, baby. He brought me a drink. But I don't even know where I was. Oh, I'm trying to get the notifications turned off. It's not been on for like 2 days, so every notification I've gotten on my account now. Ooh. Chris, it's huge, and it's horribly designed. I never quite got my arms around the space, but hopefully at the next house, I'd like to have full-length walls so I can, stack the 4x4 cubes, and that way it's condensed and just kind of makes more sense across the board. Thank you, Diana. It is a great space. It's a lot of room. You can see I've got plenty of room for paper crafting stuff down on that end. I mean, y'all are familiar with the fabric wall. I am working on a Christmas gift. And this is using some of the yarn. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw where I posted the 82 pounds of yarn I got from Lion Brand. And one of them was the case of the Vanna's Choice and Autumn Prints. Pippin and Curzon both will probably make an appearance at some point because anytime I come up here, they do have to. Susan, we did get an offer on the house. The inspection is going to be Friday morning. We will actually be in Charlotte that day, looking at new houses up there. It is. I love this colorway, and the person who's going to get this blanket, it's right up their alley. Thank you. It's exciting. It's a little overwhelming. They want to close on, their projected close date is September 25th. So we've literally got 3 weeks basically before we have to be ready to vacate. And hopefully by then we have a closing date on the new house. Otherwise, we're going to be spending a lot of time in a hotel room, and we got to find one that accepts cats. Oh, apparently it's Jane's anniversary. So happy anniversary, Jane. I've actually lived in Charlotte before. I actually worked at South Park Mall when they did all the renovations about 17 years ago when they added in Tiffany's and all of that. I actually worked at the mall. I went to Winthrop, and actually as a kid, when I was in kindergarten and first grade, I actually started school at Beverly Woods Elementary. So this is my third time living and working in the Charlotte area. So it's funny. Most of my family's actually still in North Carolina. Yes, I'm definitely coming back up closer to Becky and Erica. So it'll be fun. We looked at, so this weekend worked out perfectly. As many of you know, Karen, Becky, and I got together. Karen from KB Fibers, Becky over at Funny Farm. We got together this weekend, and we had made plans on Tuesday for our weekend. And Saturday we got the offer. So Troy was already, hey, Melanie, I saw you enjoyed your vacation down in Charleston. Yeah, Chapin's around the corner, actually. Yes, we got the offer late Saturday night. They accepted our second counter offer. Yes, it's very late your way, sweetheart. Go to bed. And good luck on selling your house too. Hey, Joe. So Troy was already planning on going up Sunday night for work. We all ended up staying at the same hotel, and then Monday morning we got up. Troy went into work late. We looked at some houses and stuff. We saw one that looked like they were practicing voodoo downstairs in the basement. One that if it's not haunted, it will be haunted soon. And another one that by comparison, it'll do. Hey, Madonna. We're really excited. We still have to get through the inspection part, but it was weird. I still think if the archaeologist house didn't look so creepy, the voodoo house didn't look so creepy, we probably would have loved that property. But I mean, he had I think they homeschool 5 children and were trying to do found object art. But, it was bones and old pill bottles with buttons glued on them and bark and pine cones. Hey, Granny D. It was just kind of unsettling. And we did, Joe. So now it's crunch time. They want to close on September 25th. So we've got to find a place real fast. It really was, and it wasn't just that. They had like a taxidermied owl leering over the stairs at you. There was a statuary of a decapitated horse head that was leaning down over the staircase. It just, I mean, I look at our house, we really couldn't do a whole lot to really prep it to show it because we're being moved. But our house is filled with nerd paraphernalia. It's actually becoming a buyer's market in Charlotte right now. The market slowed down significantly. There have been a lot of things that have been maturing on the market for a little while. Crystal, it's hilarious. People come over to the house and they see we have a whole bunch of the Adams football helmets. It's the entire SEC. And they're like, oh, your husband must love football. No, the helmets are mine. They go into the study and they see the big batleth on top of the bookcase. And they're like, oh, your husband's into Star Trek. It's like, no, actually, that's mine too. Kathleen, take care of yourself, sweetie. Ah. Oh my goodness. I wish my computer would stop. Now I'm getting email. Stop. Ah. It's blocking the comment bar on the left-hand side of the screen. There you go. I can get the new notifications turned off, then. See, I tried to, I was trying to make everything smooth and make sure, we didn't have these kinds of interruptions and stuff. And I was trying to not look like a moron on live. Actually, we have hidden Harry Potter stuff sprinkled throughout the house. RC, I do a lot of that too, obviously. Actually, on Instagram, I posted a delivery of 82 pounds of yarn. One was the Vanna's Choice and Autumn's Prince. One was a box of cupcakes, and one was a box of Heartland, and it was split between 6 of us. That's actually what I'm working with now. I was trying to untangle my ends so I could put the next ball of yarn in there. My Joann's really doesn't have anything on clearance. I was kind of disappointed that there wasn't really anything there. It is really pretty. Yeah, this is the person that will be getting this for Christmas. This is right up their alley. Aw, made by Marsha, Mom. I enjoyed watching your pool go up. It's really pretty. It just screams fall. I really love this colorway. So you're not alone on that with the cotton cakes there. Mine did not have cotton cakes out this whole time. They put them out 1 week before or less than a week before they went on clearance. So the first time I went in there, they were already marked out. So I'm wondering how long it's going to take them to get the latte cakes out because I still haven't tried any of those. They didn't get the latte cakes out until they were on clearance last year. Vanna's Choice is my second favorite big box acrylic. First probably being the Premier Anti-Pilling. But I've been a Vanna's Choice girl from way back. I remember getting it thinking, ooh, I'm getting fancy yarn because it wasn't Red Heart. Oh, I understand. Well, say our yard's full of pine trees. We talked about taking out the stretch of pine trees to put in a pool back there. Yeah, I'm a walking conundrum of likes and dislikes. I'm actually really excited. College football season starts this weekend. Well, I guess technically it started last weekend, but thank you. I'll be honest, I didn't think I was ever going to have 100 subscribers, much less be sitting here. I was at like 1330 or something like that earlier. I have never done pine cones beyond dropping some cinnamon oil on them and sticking them in a basket in the corner. I have not done any of the corner to corner sweater patterns yet. That's on my list of things to do. You see, 100% of our Karen cakes were marked out to $3.96. Hey, April. Thank you. Oh my goodness, Creative Cave has arrived. I just realized that I had not been subscribed to you and tried to resubscribe to you and then realized I was on my personal account and that's why I wasn't subscribed to you anymore. But I stopped getting notifications, so I had to fix that. Jane, they're all getting ready to go on clearance, so I'd keep an eye out. I think it is once they are marked down online, it's within 2 weeks they'll be marked down in all the stores. You were, but I saw that you had new videos, and I was like, how did this happen without me noticing? YouTube is going through and unsubscribing a lot of people. I think oh my God, I miss Debbie coming in here. You're getting an early birthday gift, so your card doesn't get lost in the mail during my moving transition stuff. But I've been holding on to this card for your birthday now for 4 months because it's the perfect birthday card for you. I'm pretty pleased with my shopping on that card. She does, Cindy. Don't drink any coffee when you get that package from me, Debbie. Don't be drinking anything. Just sit down. Go to the bathroom first. You're going to laugh. Well, it's not necessarily perfectly. It's a G-rated card once you get to the inside, but it doesn't look like it from the outside. So she probably doesn't want to open it live, but she will have to put down the drink, put down the coffee, put down the tea, and use the restroom before she opens the card. She would. And it's because she'd chortle and snort, and it would just. It's one of those, the moment I walked by it at the store, I was like, I know who that has to go to. And so far, I haven't lost it. I know exactly where it is right now, but in the next 2 weeks, I'll probably lose track of it. So I need to go ahead and pull your gift together and just send it to you a month early, well, a month and a half early. I should have actually been using one of my snarkier mugs today, but instead I'm going with my Portland, Oregon mug for my coffee. I am missing a lot. I missed you coming in. I saw Hi Debbie's and then still didn't see you until just a second ago. So I am missing comments. I mean, there's 63 people in here right now. You guys. It is really pretty. I wish I had grabbed the Washington State one while I was in there, but thank you, Sandra. That would be terrifying, sweetie. Having 1,000 people in here, that would be absolutely terrifying. Hi, Gracie. So you can see where I've started packing right there. That's actually a package to go to Ireland. But that's scrapbook paper, big, like 1 pound balls of yarn and stuff. And then the box underneath is one of my boxes of fabric. That cart over there you can see are my dyes for the Cuttlebug. My cricket actually lives over here. That's all cardstock all the way down that shelf. My vinyl and stuff is at the top part of that. It goes to about there. And underneath are my stamps and punches for like price tags. Hey, Chris, that's why I brought a corner to corner. Cindy! Hello, sweetie. Jennifer, that's a hard one. If you were physically here, it'd help you. I would recommend watching multiple tutorial channels on how to cast on and how to do the knit stitch. And once you find your style, you can also, a lot of LYSs either teach classes or the shop owner themselves, when they're not busy with customers, they frequently will help you get your hands around knitting. I highly recommend using your LYS. Oh, Madonna has people laughing. What did Madonna do? Knit, 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 knit. It also took me about 20 years. It took me 2 seriously trying. Really? Really, Marcia? I actually got crocheted socks for my birthday from It's the Windy Lady. I'll share those on my next actually they're up here. Look at my yarn for a second. Ignore the voluminous rear end. So, as I've said many times, I love Beetlejuice. So Wendy made me slippers that are the sandworms. And she even did the speckles on top of the inner hip. How great are these? Crystal, KB Fibers, Karen. We say we love her, but we don't really like her because she spanks us every time on socks. It's such a fun movie, but these are so perfect. They are so perfect. My husband sat there laughing at me for about 20 minutes. Because I just like, I love them. I know. Our little chat group is so good at secret keeping. She really, I mean, just they are fantastic. Not just the nerd reference, but the construction is beautiful. She did an amazing job. They really are incredible. Oh, cow, we've got 76 people in here now. Uh, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Thank you. Like I said, I'm still really confused by it. It surprises me. I really didn't think anybody would want to listen to me talk about anything. It's really weird. Aww. Wait until one of the cats realizes I'm up here and not paying attention to them. Pippin has actually gotten up on top of these totes and crawled his way around, knocking off those Premier DK colors and trying to figure out how to cross the cakes here. It's hilarious. Malta? Awesome. Beautiful place. Oh, my kitties are adorable. They're just royal pains in the rear end. You want to like throw Pippin in the yard and like cuddle him at the same time. Congratulations, April. Yes, he gives me those big old Puss in Boots eyes. And he purrs and he gives the sweetest little kitten kisses. Yeah, Curzon will get in your lap, but you're not allowed to pick him up. He doesn't like that. I think the only reason why they're not up here is my husband must be at his computer and they both sit there and attack him when he's at his computer. Yeah. I'm surprised Curzon hasn't broken my nose. He's one of those really violent head bunters that he I have gotten to where I like dogs. I have nothing against dogs. I like mid-sized dogs in particular, but they are needier than cats normally. Now somehow I ended up with two of the neediest cats ever. They do slowly learn, Chris, if you just kind of, like when you're snuggling them, just occasionally Bunt. Pippin was not a bunter when we got him. Well, they're great, but they're also the weird roommate that poops in a box. Aww. Hi, Michelle. Are you knitting today? There is this really way overpriced but cool litter box. It actually pairs with other smart devices like the new Roombas and things like that. But it's like a $500 litter box, but it's a big circle and it has a smaller litter spot in it, and it actually rotates once the weight of the cat comes out of it. It actually rotates and drops it into the pan. So all you have to, I mean, it's like basically emptying a diaper genie. Well, Marsha, Madonna, if y'all don't want to hear it so much and feel left out, why don't y'all just join in with us? I mean, it's really cool, but I'm not paying $500 for a litter box. How do you like it, Gracie? Oh, thank you, Sandra. Would you say it's worth the money? I mean, honestly, I mean, I know the ease of clean and the no stinky and things like that. That's kind of how I feel, Crystal. But also, I hate having to clean the litter box now that I've got two cats again. I really do hate having to clean the litter box 3 or 4 times a week. And I am going on a yarn ban. 2020 will be the year without yarn. It'll be weird. That doesn't include my reviews of subscription boxes or new releases, things like that. Dude, I wish YouTube made me rich. Right now, it's still not even worth monetizing my little channel. So I might, on a good month, be able to pay for half of one of the subscription boxes I review. So back in 2018, when I was still trying to do my written blog, and when I first started my channel, I had what I called the Great Stash Down of 2018. And I put myself on it wasn't just yarn, it was a crafting diet of all sorts. I did not buy any craft supplies for the entire year. I had a $150 budget. So if there was just like, in particularly like seasonal things or one-off things. No, I wish it worked that way. So I'm basically in 2020, and particularly with yarn, because what you can't see under that desk is like that big blueprint order and the rest of my Lion brand order and my shawl and a ball order. So yeah, in 2020, there's a couple of us who are going to do it. But I did it in 2018. I came out at $120 total for 2018. And that included paper crafting, vinyl. I just gotten the Cricut, things like that. So I don't know if I'll do a cash cap on it for things like supplies. I will be able to still try the new things because, like I said, it's not going to stop me being able to review things. It's just, instead of buying 6 things, I'll buy 2, one to knit with and one to crochet with before I review it. Well, I kind of feel like I bought 1,000 balls of yarn with the case sale from Lion Brand. Awesome. Roseanne, that's awesome. Cindy, did yours have the clearance like what Rose got? It might be Carrie's colossal crisis of 2020. It's fine. Better late than never. Have a good night, sweetie. I'm so glad you came by and I'm so glad you're feeling better. Oh, now see, everybody, like when I did it in 2018, my personal group, people at the church, girlfriends, they're all like, oh, well, Troy must think this is the best thing ever. And it's like, no, he thinks this is the stupidest thing he's ever heard of. He's like, why would you deny yourself something that makes you happy? And it's like, but I have a lot of happiness still. Ah, I am pro crafting gift cards. Ice is okay. Hi, Ohio. Aw. Yeah, you have to hop on those premier bags real fast. Their warehouse sale in Harrisburg, North Carolina is coming up on the 14th of September. Uh, Becky and I are going to be going to that together. Um, right after that, last year is when they started doing the bags last year and doing like the big where everybody was getting them and getting like 20 of them. It is going pretty fast. We still have 71 people in here right now. Well, Melissa, come on up. Thank you. We might have to get up with Jennifer then. This is so exciting. I know, sweetie. If there's anything you see that's going to be on the sale, though, that you want, let me know and I'll just ship it to you. I'm kind of surprised mine's only freaked out once. Night night, Mary. It's not a problem. Did they come back out with the Star Wars Sugar Skull motifs? Because those were awfully pretty last year. I am sitting that one out actually. I am joining in with there's a group of ladies who are putting together a blanket that we're going to try to auction off for the VA hospital. So that's actually what I'm doing blocks for right now. I really enjoy doing charity projects. I find people who receive things like prayer shawls and preemie blankets and stuff like that are more appreciative than a lot of the people in my day-to-day life. I'm not. Night night. Enjoy your freedom. I'm using Vanna's Choice and Autumn Prints. Hi, Donna. I mean, I've got some family members who are very, very, very crochet worthy, and then others who it's not that they don't appreciate it or appreciate the thought, but they don't get it. It's more, why would you make something that you can buy? I mean, they just really don't get the reason to craft. My mother-in-law thinks it's very sweet that I make cards and send them out for holidays. Yeah, I mean, that's the weird thing. I mean, most of my family understands the work involved and they appreciate the thought. It's just they don't understand why you would want to make it. I'd be the first one will be free. Everybody from Luigi on, $40 each. Or you get one a year for the next 15 years. Every Christmas. I do too. I love homemade gifts and handmade gifts. Now, like my godson's parents, I could give them a case of like fig jam, homemade fig jam, and they'd feel like they just won the lottery. And then I've got other people who are like, oh, well, like Smucker's is famous for a reason. Why are you trying to like act like yours is better? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pro giving and getting gift cards too. There is something about homemade jam and jelly. I'm just saying. Mm. Yeah, that's why I have not made my mom another pair of knit socks using fingering weight yarn. Now she'll wear like the worsted weight slipper socks, but the really, really nice pair of knit socks made out of wool, she still hasn't worn, and she's had them for like 10 years now. I love me some strawberry fig jam, but I also love fig jam with just a little nutmeg. I got that tip from a friend of mine from New Orleans. I'd have never thought to put nutmeg in my fig jam, but that is so good. I get it, Marsha. I get it. I see how you're going to play this. So I've heard the same thing, Cindy, but my grandfather is still waiting for me to do watermelon rind pickles. That's what he really wants. He said my great grandmother used to cut the rind and it looked like candy corn, and they were in these little tiny triangles. And he said that was the best summer treat ever. Well, welcome to my slice of strange over here, Cindy. Normal is overrated in this corner. Oh my gosh, Miss Billy, hello. I'm used to seeing you on the other side of the screen. This is weird. That's what I keep hearing, Cindy. I think I'm going to have to make some. I'm fantastic, Billy. We got an offer on the house. They're doing the inspection on Friday this week. So we're in crunch trying to find a new place now. Sandra, there's been at least 3 winners so far for the prizes. I have not seen one for a grand prize yet. But I hope you sleep well, and I'll see you in the morning for coffee talk. Jane, it is phenomenal. If you like figs, fig jam is phenomenal. If you want to just kind of test your toe in, try a strawberry fig or a raspberry fig jam. We're very excited. We are, I am a wackadoo. We're very nervous. Sandra and I have coffee talk in the morning. Oh, I do like to eat. I took Karen and Becky out to my favorite barbecue restaurant the other day. We celebrated. So, Crystal, I was really bad. I don't know what's wrong, but I have some sort of inflammatory thing going on. It flares up just like something autoimmune would, but it anyway, to try to reduce inflammation, I'm trying to cut out sugar and wheat. Wheat does not agree with me to begin with. So I'm kind of like, it's easier to just go more the keto low carb route. So it's like after this weekend, I mean, we had ice cream for dinner. We had barbecue with the most amazing cheddar biscuit muffin, sweet cornbread muffin cheddar things. Macaroni and cheese that was so good. It doesn't make you want to smack your mama. It makes you want to go back 3 generations and smack each and every woman. And the smoked meats. Oh, I am, Wendy. From my inner ear all the way down to my toes, I have been paying for it all day. Oh, it's fantastic cold. It's fantastic reheated. Yeah. So my mom had her gallbladder removed and she still has massive, oh Well, aren't you just a pleasant little bosom? Dad, blast it. There we go. I think Carla had to go back to catching babies. But where was Madonna for that one? Well, clearly that's one of those auto troll people. That's not a personal attack this time. So, Madonna, you got a wrench. I gave you a wrench the other day. I really find Premier's quality to be amazing. Their anti-pilling is probably my top favorite, just standard worsted weight acrylic to work with. Right away, Madonna. That DK cake that they have is also really nice. Obviously, I love the sweet rolls because that's sweet rolls. And then there's like 30 balls of that. And then there's like another 40 of the candy shop. I've been exceptionally pleased. I haven't tried that. I did just have try a recipe though for it used almond, coconut, and flax meal, but it's like a Scottish shortbread biscuit. So you actually layer the frozen butter in like you do for real cut biscuits, and they were phenomenal for biscuits and gravy. I wish we'd get another storm. Yeah, the other day I had somebody jump in here with some personal attacks, and then I had just a show me your boob thing, and it was like, whatever. I really enjoy working with the mandalas. I was kind of surprised. Uh... Yeah, I heard about that. What strength is it? No, we won't know if it's gone to her head or not until she just starts trying to block me as the host after a few shots of tequila or something over there. By the way, so when I was at the Main Street Market after brunch the other day, I did get moonshine beef jerky. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the fact that, in particularly white liquor, strengthens certain flavors or brings out certain flavors that you want in your food or not. But apparently, vodka and moonshine bring out beef flavor, and I was rather surprised. It's very beefy flavored. It's really good. I knew about. Have a good night, Roseanne. I knew about vodka and tomatoes. If you use fresh tomatoes in your spaghetti sauce, a splash of vodka brings out the richer, denser flavors out of the tomatoes. I was kind of surprised. Yeah, when it comes down to it, it's people with no life. Red gingerbread in the house. You leave such great comments. Yeah, like Karen said, I like food. I like food a lot. That's like Debbie said, I'm not a car. Hi, Phyllis. Now, I have had cherry soaked in moonshine, but it was cherry moonshine. Woohoo! Oh, yeah, I make my own vanilla extract. 100%. I make it by the quart and it lasts me through one Christmas. I generally make it about this time of the year. I have never worked with the latte cakes. Ooh, apple pie moonshine. I'm saying I wouldn't mind taking a tipple of that. That sounds amazing. And my homemade vodka vanilla extract is the bomb. I'm just saying. Apple cinnamon moonshine. Have a good one, sweetie. Hopefully they go to bed easily. I still can't believe there's 74 of you guys in here. For the moonshine or the vanilla extract? You literally take some vanilla, get decent quality vanilla beans. The beanery online is a really good source. I get Madagascar. Split them, drop them in a. I do a quart at a time. You might only want a pint at a time. Drop it in there. Get cheap vodka, and I found that for me, the cheaper the vodka, the better. It's better at extracting the flavors, and it cooks off faster. Soak it in there anywhere from 3 to 6 months. Kind of lasts indefinitely until you use it, but the flavor does continue to get stronger. Once it's the flavor you want it, pull the beans out. But I mean, easy peasy lemon squeezy. You can do orange extract the same way. If you take just the zest part of an orange, and you can use a peeler to get that. If you have to scrape off the pith with the back of the knife, you can. Lemon the same way. I've done pink grapefruit extract before. Oh, see, I have spritzed the layers of a good coconut cake using fresh coconut with yeah, you use it just like you would the store-bought extract. All that is alcohol and vanilla beans, or alcohol and wood pulp, depending on the type you get. Um, but yeah, with coconut cake, I've taken coconut rum and spritzed mine down before. Yeah, once you have homemade vanilla extract, and if you did want to use some vodka in your tomato sauces and stuff, crack some black peppercorns, and you probably only need like 8 ounces of this, but 4 to 8 ounces. But crack some black peppercorns, soak it in vodka, make yourself some pepper extract or pepper vodka, and use that to season your tomato sauce and your marinara sauce if you're using fresh tomatoes. Well, that got away from me. All right. There we go. They're back. Ah, there you go, Madonna. Thank you. Hi, Lisa. How are you settling in? Crazy, especially when it comes to your Christmas cooking and Thanksgiving cooking. I'm just saying, homemade's better. See if I can catch you without my computer going stupid, Karen. No. There you go. Thank you, Karen. I was having a hard time tracking them down, and I don't know, my fingers are just not moving that fast. Hi, Kim. Yes. Well, we did do a test run Sunday afternoon just to make sure I didn't make a moron of myself. Not that, I'm not still goofy, but I'm gonna at least make sure I could get on here. And I was trying to see if I could do this without having multiple things going. I get distracted easy. Yeah, it's going to be hard to leave here because I'm within 15 minutes of a Michael's, Joann's, Walmart, and Hobby Lobby. And there is an LYS about 20 minutes away. It's right by my church. I just found out there's a new one. I did finally come down off the sugar high. I'm surprised that it's been the whole night just sitting there. There's a new LYS that just opened up in Irmo, apparently. Or it opened up in Irmo and I missed it somehow. Have a good night, sweet D. D actually lives over there near where I was born. Yeah, but that house you bought kind of makes that worth it. I was saying. You've got that nice pastoral view. That's the thing, is about half the time I order my stuff online anyway. And about 90% of it's delivered UPS, not USPS. Aww. Thank you. So the ceiling is kind of like a purple gray tone, and then I've got the aqua blue in the walls. I want it to be very light. I only have one window in this room, and it's a tiny over the garage window. Is 651 the one you can ask no questions to? Have a good night, Tara. Oh, lucky you, Tara. Sorry, I thought it said night, Tara. Wow. Are my eyes getting that bad? I guess I should have put on my glasses before coming up. There's a reason I have those. It's not so much tired as I'm looking at little white letters scrolling across a black screen. All right, Billy. Go get some food. Food is important. One of the houses we looked at did have a full finished basement, just saying. Yeah. Yeah, that would not be Troy. I do normally sit in the floor. So we're on the other side of my room. This is actually my desk and work surface over here. So this is where I paper craft. Normally Lamley sits on the other side of the room, but his perch got moved. And then I've got my other desk. And on the other side of that bookcase is normally where I film. And that's the doorway to my closet. And not for this room, like my actual real closet. Have a good night, sweetie. See, I live in a town where we have a large aquifer right underneath us, so I'm not used to having basement space. So the idea of a house with a basement at all is really weird, much less a finished basement. Enjoy that laundry. I have to do that sometime tomorrow. I got about 3 loads I need to do. I prefer to be very organized. I would like to have full size walls again. That's a lot. Um, I'd like to have the 4x4s stacked so that it would be 8x8 on just one section, and then I'd like to have the full size bookcases with my fabric and stuff on it. That way, I can reclaim a lot of the floor space, and I can use more hidden storage for other things. That reminds me, I need to go pick up the dining room drapes from the dry cleaners. Yeah, I don't imagine there's a whole lot of basements down there in Louisiana. y'all got a lot of groundwater too. I am organized in spurts. I mean, my yarn is organized on that. The little shelf is, size 1, size 2. That's size 2. That starts size 3. That starts size 4. That starts bulky and up. Until I started packing, those were just my scrap balls for DK weight, worsted weight, bulky weight. But right now they got other stuff in them. That's on my Red Heart. That's on my Burnett Sheepish. Most of my cake yarns. Awesome. Do you have the Kohl's stone foundation walls? Troy is downstairs. I think that's why the cats haven't come up. Yeah, he came home today. We were trying to get the documents for our relocation company signed so they have power of attorney to sell our house. And apparently in South Carolina, love you, Sandra. Have a good night. You have to have an attorney present in order to sign a deed check. So, but he did briefly, he brought me some lemonade. He said it felt wrong to go down there to the store and buy himself a drink without getting me one. And he knows I like lemonade. Good night, Phyllis. I do have yarn here to dye. And I was actually about to unpack the box that has my dye in it. The yarn is sitting right there, but I packed the dye. But yeah, we got an offer just in time. We're about to pull the house in 5 days when that offer came in. Well, hey, Mom. Sweet Michelle down there is my mother, you guys. She's only half the reason why I'm as crazy as I am. Yes, I am very blessed in the husband department. He is a massive supporter. He doesn't get it, but as long as I'm happy, he's happy. Have a good night, Nikki. No, Madonna, we're not kicking my mom out tonight. Oh, really, Mom? We're not that crazy? Or y'all aren't that crazy? I think you might want to ask Ethan about that too. Just saying. Cheeto found me from where you posted it on Facebook the other day for my birthday. He was in the test live the other day. He was my friendly troll. Like I said, it's my slice of strange over here. Normal is considered boring over here. I don't think he came back in tonight. Well, Joe, this is actually my very first live, and it's kind of in celebration of my birthday hitting 1,000 subscribers, and my vlogiversary is next week. So I'll have been on YouTube for 1 year. After tonight, I don't know when I'm going to be doing them, how often. It might be kind of once a month. But until we're situated in the new house, I don't know really what to expect. Yeah, this is the first scheduled one. We did the test run on Sunday. I had Becky and Karen helping me with that. Hi, Marcy. Thank you. Have a good night. We might have to do more of a themed live versus a just sit here and chat sometime. Thank you. This is kind of surreal still. I'm still not used to the idea that there's more than like my mom and my husband subscribe to my channel, so it's really weird. I am actually working on a Christmas gift. I can't really hold it up. I suppose my mom knows you can go watch the replay, but I'm working on my mom's big Christmas gift. And it's in her colors. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Thank you. I'm really loving how the colors are, yeah, I knew you would. I'm really loving how the colors are pooling. It kind of looks like a calico cat's fur because it's doing it in little specks and clumps. It's not it all getting weird on me. Yeah, no, when this yarn went on sale in the case sale, I was like, yeah, no, I need to get some of that for my mom. And I'm just going to border it with the with Mikey from Crochet Crowd's basic border. It's a great color, and like I said, it's one of my favorite worsted weight acrylics to work with. Yeah, now I just have to find the perfect color for Dad so he can have his own blanket. I don't want to do like navy or black. So my mom is a natural redhead. So like her colors are all autumn toned anyway. She's a cinnamon stick redhead. I clearly did not get the hair color from her. Did get the pasty skin from her though. I know, but I don't want to get him like cerulean or something like that. And I'm kind of tired of sending him NC State colored things. Hi, Sarah. What part of North Carolina are you in? Or you don't want to tell me, that's fine. No pressure to tell me where you live. Well, I will be moving to Charlotte in the next month. So, hey, Amber. I am good. We're actually looking at Southeast. Troy's job's actually over in Valentine. So we're looking at Weddington, Waxhaw, Monroe, down into South Carolina, Indian Land, Fort Mill, that big old U there. Hey, Mom, do you think Dad wants a neon and black blanket? I have some of the neon stripes somewhere. Awesome. Yeah, I know exactly where that is. That is where my aunt lives. We chilling. Thank you, Madonna. I couldn't catch him too fast. You'll have to suss out a color palette. Yeah, I see a lot of the same names pop up live to live, and it's like, I almost wish you had time to actually click them and report them to YouTube so you get at least the screen names blocked. Eventually, maybe they get bored trolling. Yeah, Amber, I finally got caught up on you, and then you went and posted another video. So now I'm like, I think I'm about 6 minutes in. You're still talking about the craft show. I am really behind on my YouTube watching you guys. Thank you. Yeah, I was telling everybody earlier, this is actually my third time in the Charlotte area now. Well, I ramble a lot all the time. I've actually had people comment on my videos. You spend an awful lot of time talking about absolutely nothing. One of them I actually replied with, "Oh, you have to watch some of my more recent videos. I've even gotten better at it." I'm not everybody's cup of tea. It ain't a big deal. Well, hi, Oklahoma. I took Karen and Becky to Jim and Nick's down in Indian Land. Well, it's rude to say, but some people have no filter. Some people don't realize how rude things sound. Eh, welcome back, putz. Hi, Desiree. Some weird sounds coming from downstairs. I think the cat trying to open the door downstairs. I'm not sure. No. Sorry, Marcia. Well, it is rude, but one of my biggest fears in starting my YouTube channel was actually how I would handle non-constructive criticisms. And so far, it's not been too bad. No, she's just timed out for 300 seconds or something like that. Yeah, all in all, that's one of the reasons why I constantly reiterate in my videos. Yes, I'm not the friend you asked, does this outfit make me look fat, unless you want an honest answer. Or don't lean over your phone and draw your chin back when you're looking down at the ground. The Golden Girls taught us you don't ever look down after the age of 20. Um, I almost made the granny panties for my mom's birthday, but I decided not to. I decided to be nice. Wow. All right, Karen, I'm going to let you get Johnny Blaze there. I'm a grade A klutz. I have a giant bruise about this big on my hip. I don't know how I did it. I'm assuming I bumped the table in the hotel. But do you have pretty crocheted ones, Mom? Oh, Mom, I was showing everybody else in here. So it's the windy lady that's floating around up there. She made me Beetlejuice sandworm socks for my birthday. Look at them. She's even got the speckles on the head on the inside. Ooh. Yeah, no, I don't have anything like that that causes it. I'm just literally a walking accident waiting to happen. It's okay. He kind of slipped in there with only one offensive comment. They are great. See, my mom can attest. The only thing that bothered me as a kid was the face stretch and the popping of the eyeballs back. I don't know why that bothered me so. Like, and watch the whole movie, sandworms and the final scenes, and no problem. That one scene where they're trying to go in and scare everybody, that for some reason that scared me. The first movie to give me nightmares is the summer between fifth and sixth grade, and for or the yeah, fifth and sixth grade, and it was Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And if you've ever watched that movie, it is really pathetic as to why. Oof, that was awful. That movie is just so bad. It makes Robot Jocks look like an Oscar award winning movie. I have no idea why it scared me so bad. Sweet Michelle. That's my mommy. The masks are fine. It's literally the claymation scene that bothered me. I really love sewing, but I'm one of those weird people. I need a completely clear work surface with my sewing machine on it, and I need a completely clear surface to cut on. Troy keeps, as we're looking at houses and stuff, he's trying to find like one giant craft room like this. And it's like, if there's like a nook or something, or like if I have to split it between two bedrooms or something, that really, I told you eventually one of them would show up. It really doesn't bother me because a dedicated sewing room actually would make me sew more or help me to sew more. But yeah, my mom's all right. Yes, it's Pippin. It's Pippin, Pippin, the silly tiger cat. Come here, take it. Oh, yeah, he just woke up. I think Troy went and gave him treats. Did you get treats? No. You just get to hi. No, I didn't get up here to be touched. I came up here to eat your trash again. He's really not that big. He's only about 9 pounds, but he's long. Now Curzon's like pushing 15 pounds. He's a big old loaf. No, we used to have a bigger cat named Eddie, and he was 16 and a half pounds, but like stretched out, he was like 3.5 feet long. I mean, he was huge. He was a big cat all the way around. Well, it's part of that hyperactivity thing, Mom. I can't sit still for very long. Otherwise, I start rambling on. I know Granny was trying to teach me how to sit down and be quiet when she taught me how to crochet, but didn't quite work out that way. What'd you do? It's like hiding in a box now down here. Thank you. I'm really confused and surprised at how many people have subscribed to my channel and shared it. And I didn't really think I would have this many people on here. There's definitely a lot of carrying on the handicrafts. Pippin's over here snuggling my ankle. There's like these little tiny tickles on the top of my foot and ankle. He spent the whole night in the bed with me last night. Well, she raised me in fear of a whooping, at least. Something I've noticed a lot of my friends are not willing to raise their children to eventually grow into adulthood. That was one of the best things my parents did for us, was raise us with the expectation that you got to be decent people to other people, and you've got to eventually adult for yourself. She does not. Many, many, many moons ago, she used to knit, though. Back before I was born. And she did a lot of sewing up through when I was in high school. She sewed a lot of the costumes for the plays and stuff I did in high school. Ooh. Why are you knocking my trash can over again? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, my mom's crafty in her own right. She actually is a really good visual artist. She just second guesses herself too much. But she's done sketch work, watercolors. She is also a dabbler of many things, but she's much better at the visual arts than I am. My kid brother actually is a fairly decent artist, or was when he was a kid. Good night, Alicia. I haven't gotten 29 in a long time. Good night, Melissa. I hope you're feeling better, and I hope you have a great night. She is. Actually, when I was a kid, she'd sit there, we'd brown bagged our lunch, and she would draw pictures. She would draw like Lisa Frankian horses and unicorns and things like that on my lunch bag. I don't think y'all can see him, but he's like on a box right over there, like clawing the top of the box. Have a great night, Judy. Thank you for stopping by. We've had people from all over in. We've had England, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, Malta. It's kind of been a fun night. It is. No sleeping with concussions. Yeah, I think we've hit like 30% of the US. We've also had a Canadian. Aww. I've done the paper bag patterns. I did finally buy some Swiss pattern fabric. Love you, Mom. Pat Dad on the head for me. Actually, Dad should be asleep by now. Yeah, you still can't see him over there. He just keeps like clawing at the top of boxes. It's really weird. He's being all hyperactive over there. There he is. He's going to try to climb boxes. He didn't realize that top one's open though. So if that whole thing comes tumbling down, y'all might see me like exit out of YouTube real fast. Well, have a good night, Pam. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, at least all of these are like standard, like indecent commentary trolls. We haven't had any direct attacks tonight, which is great. Well, that's the thing is I actually see them before y'all do. So I actually have a few seconds before any of the moderators have a chance to pop in there. Have a great night. Thank you so much. Y'all take care. I'm probably not going to be around too much longer myself. I'm actually getting kind of tired. You don't want to silence Marsha, Mom, again. Marsha. So now you owe Marsha socks, so I don't have to make them. So because our birthdays are so close together, we actually don't generally do gifts. We do a really nice dinner out. So we actually went out for prime rib the other night, and we went out for brunch on Saturday morning as well. So we actually don't generally do a whole lot of gifts for the birthdays. Oh, Madonna. Yeah, the big thing is like when your birthday, I mean, we've done like joint birthday gifts. One year we bought ourselves a grill. One year we bought ourselves a really nice TV for downstairs. Because once again, football season, nice TV kind of goes together. Ow. Ow. I'm just saying. Thank you, Linda. So far, like I said in my 10 non-yarny things, I'm actually I don't have a problem with getting older. No, it was in response to Sherry's knee, where she fell and hit her knee. I'm fine. I tell her, I said, hey. But yeah, I'm so far I really haven't had any issues with getting older. I thought I was going to have one of those. It's hard to transition to being in your 30s moments. So we'll see how 40 treats me in a couple of years. Hi, sweetie. Are you having a good night? Yes. It would not be much fun to have emergency knee replacement surgery. So far, I've really enjoyed my 30s. Every year has gotten better. I mean, as weird and spastic and bizarre as I am, not that I've mellowed, but I'm finding my groove. I'm okay being unique and weird now. Well, happy very early birthday. Yeah, our decorator said her next birthday was going to be 40 and she's still not sure how she's going to feel about it. She said she's already started telling herself that she's 40. And when people ask how old she is, she says she's 40. So she's trying to transition to that next without freaking out. I don't even know if I could say I'm normally abnormal. I really am over here off the rails somewhere in left field. Yeah, Mary's definitely having a time with it. Desiree, I just turned 36, so I'm right there in that same zone. It's like you've done everything fun. You've what you thought growing up was going to be fun at that point, and then it's just like coasting, but it's like the fun part of coasting where you get to do all the things. You get to do the right amount of things you have to do and things you want to do, and because now you're really an adulty adult, you get to make all those actual decisions for yourself. There's no like 56 fresh brewed. Yeah, my mom did it 100% natural. Her doctor kept saying there was no way she was going through it, and she did it 100% natural and was through it in about, I think it took her like 3 years total from the first hot flash till the end. She said it was one of those that hit her real fast and hard, but she was through it real fast. So now that is what I call life goals. Your kids grow up and you get to reclaim the space for crafts. So I do in if I'm having any type of joint inflammation or soft tissue inflammation, I will actually have hot flashes, but it's more from my friends who are going through the change, their description of just the like furnace that goes crazy. Mine's more like my muscle layer is hot. I don't feel hot on the inside. It's that just under the skin and the muscle layer. It's really weird. I already have the grandkids who like playing in my whip bags. Tater tot and Ella Wafer love looking at projects. So far, I haven't had an age where I'd go back to it yet. Yeah, I'm supposed to have an appointment with my rheumatologist next month. Unfortunately, have a great night, Desiree. Thank you for coming by. Um, Unfortunately, when I finally tested positive for potential autoimmune, I was in the middle of a flare up. They couldn't get me into the rheumatologist for 6 months. So, yeah, I've aside from eating ice cream for dinner and bread the other night, I'm cutting out sugar. I'm cutting out wheat, which my body just doesn't like anyway. And at that point, why go with anything else that's in that grain family that's harder for me to digest? So have a great night. So I'm really cutting out a lot of it, using a lot more stevia to sweeten things. Not that I mean, honey's my go-to and I don't use that much. So but hopefully I'll know what's wrong with me shortly. And I don't know, with the move, then again, I have to change to a whole new hospital system. So hopefully it won't be another 6 months and make it a full circuit year to figure out what's going on. It started when I was about 16 and it's just progressively gotten worse. But by the time I finally get into the doctor and they start trying to do blood work on me, they either try to look at my spine thinking it's some sort of spinal issue because it started in my hip joints. Crazy. I have no biological children and 2 grandkids that I claim. I've got 3 stepsons, though. Kind of, sort of 4. I'll claim the 4th one. Yeah, they keep testing my thyroid. They specifically keep circling lupus, but the blood test for lupus comes back negative. But I was reading like the AMA stuff, and if you go to a rheumatologist to get a diagnosis for your autoimmune, if it's lupus, they have a whole different criteria than like your GP looks at. Your GP just looks at blood work, but there's like, even before the new test where it's 3 out of 10, they had a group, it was about 15 different things that they looked for, but you needed to have like 5 out of 15. Now it's 3 out of 10. And my doctor will look at me and he's like, oh, well, you don't have a butterfly rash. Well, you can't see anything with my makeup on. Not that, even that I wear heavy makeup, but I know there are a couple ladies who have seen and it shows up worse when I'm flushed, but it's a very characteristic rash. Yeah, I actually finally got into the GP dead on at the right time in the middle of an inflammation flare up. And it finally kicked back. That initial test is positive, but the blood test for lupus came back negative. And they weren't even going to they weren't going to refer me to a rheumatologist. And I was like, dude, this has been going on long enough. Like, I'm at the point, at 30, at the time, 35, I shouldn't have to, if I go to the grocery store and the craft store, I shouldn't feel like I've run a marathon every day. And I'm an active person. I do actually exercise and I eat fairly healthily, but it's different than a flushing. When you flush kind of everything here and the will turn red, this is very much this. And sometimes it'll even cross the nose. Oh. Is it just like a panic attack? Did I mess something up above? I mean, I'm amazed with the joint replacement recovery, though. My next door neighbor, she had her first knee replacement done. 8 weeks later, had the second knee done. And about 6 weeks after that, she was actually out mowing the flat part of their lawn, trying to get some exercise in. Crockett, how you doing? Are you home? Oh, yeah. I've given up on trying to keep my vitamin D up. I am not a massive NFL person. I am 100% a college football girl. My husband's a Dallas fan. I generally pull for Green Bay, but it's not a strong affiliation. But I am 100% a University of South Carolina fan. I kind of married into it. I am so glad you're home, sweetie. So my GP has been popping me on the therapeutic vitamin D that generally you only get if you're like missing parts of your thyroid and stuff. He's been giving me that about every 3 months now for the last 5 years. I get it to go up a little bit and it just never stabilizes it. Starts to tank right back down. I mean, I take 4,000 IUs a day, twice a day, and it's still nothing doing. I also don't retain sodium a lot. See, that's like the dosage that I get put on by the doctor about every 3 months, and then just to try to keep it up and prevent it from dropping off. Just autoimmune, our bizarre bodies that hate us in general. Bodies that are fighting us. Have a good night, sweetie. Yep. No, so I actually have random bouts of anemia too, and it's hilarious because my mom had no clue what was going on, and she thought, just the normal teenage lazies and stuff, and basically I came back with like no iron. Good night, Becky. Becky out. I do. I actually eat dark leafy greens. We make good collard greens down here. I eat plenty of meat. I, when I was finally diagnosed with the vitamin D deficiency, it's the year I tried to properly garden. I mean, I cleared out this huge space in our backyard and was actually out there trying. I tried to grow corn. I had cucumbers going. I had jalapenos, about 4 different types of tomatoes. I had a massive herb garden going. And I mean, I was out there in the garden weeding and planting and tending. I mean, 2 or 3 hours a day. And half the time I was in like a spaghetti strap tank top and a pair of shorts. And I got stung by a bee. I have a topical bee allergy. I don't get an anaphylaxis or anything like that. But I do, like, it'll start with that itty bitty little stinger, and then I'll have a welt this big in about an hour. But that kicked me right back to being fatigued all the time, and I just couldn't break it. Yeah. See, mine is not hormone dependent deficiencies. So my iron and my vitamin D drop off frequently. My sodium and potassium are kind of wonky. Mm. I do love my steak and veg, Wendy. I can eat broccoli and steak like every night of the week. I don't know why I love broccoli and cauliflower so much, but I really do. Your mind just periodically goes stupid, and it's like, well, welcome back, Pippin. You want to come up here and be cute for everybody? You show everybody how cute you are. No, you don't want to show everybody how cute you are. Have a good night. Thank you. So one of my favorite like summertime treats now is very slightly steamed asparagus chilled in the refrigerator with fresh mozzarella and a little bit of balsamic vinegar. So good. You can also do a squeeze of lemon juice if you want to. You want all the attentions, but you don't want to be cute for the camera. Okay. Yeah, I think it's winding down, though. I'm starting to get a little bit tired. I sound really fancy, Madonna, but truth be told, it's just food. I love food. I love good food. I love a lot of good food. You see, it's the kind of thing, it sounds fancy. Hi, night, Amber. Hopefully tomorrow morning I'll finish watching your latest video. Now, see, there's nothing like a good old fashioned vinegar pie either. And if you call that fancy, you're crazy. Oh, what I'd love is a big old slice of shoe fly pie right now. All right, you guys, it's been almost 2 hours. Yeah, I have no idea when that's going to be, Kim. I really don't. Well, tomorrow I will sit down and see who won what, who were the first people to say certain things and everything. And I will let you guys know if anybody won the grand prize. And I'll let you know who hopefully will have 5 winners for the regular giveaway. Once again, nobody's sponsoring this. This is all paid out of pocket. So my pocket. But I love you guys. And thank you so much. Yes, 2:30 in the morning does come very early. Thank you so much for coming by. Night. I'll see y'all soon.